Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was Born in Clan Warring Era. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Spidey XRco for suggesting this idea. Now, aside from that, there is a thing that I would like to address. First of all, thank you so much. I know it's quite late, a lot late actually, for making this happen. We have crossed previous month 14,000 subscribers and 150 even more as of time of recording this video, and finally have 1300 subscribers on my second channel as well. I'm quite happy about that, and I'm glad that we're still kicking it and still growing. To be honest, I thought that we might stop at 12,000 and so on because of how slow the growth rate has gone, but they are still the OGs and the new ones who are still joining in the family, who have been watching my videos and keeping me motivated. And to be honest, I'm just grateful to you all. Love you all, and aside from that, I am sorry for not making your ideas. I will be trying my best to, make your ideas and as well as make my own stories in between somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Probably gotta reschedule my whole stuff because it's a mess right now. Anyways, enough of my yip yapping. Just wanted to say thanks because I was just making sure that you guys don't feel less appreciated or anything. You guys are really appreciated by me, by this community. Your ideas are appreciated and all that. It's all just about peace and love in this community, man, and just fun that we have while listening and creating what if ideas. Weird ones, funny ones, and downright, sad ones and action-packed ones. It's fun. Now, aside from that, moving on, stay tuned for a short story from my second channel. It will be uploaded soon. And make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels as well. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins in a shinobi world in which clans usually fight with one another to assert their dominance over the other and over the land. And it was a quite tough phase, survival phase basically for the different clans, because everyone was on their own and they had to fight for survival, to make a name for themselves as the toughest, and to make a assert dominance, to show that they are not to be messed with. Amongst these clans were the Uchihas and Senjus, who were at the top of the food chain. Beneath them were the Yugas, Sarutobis, and Yamanakas, and so on. Many of the clans were fighting amongst each others in different part of the shinobi world, while amongst them were a few of the clans who did nothing and were on good terms with everyone, and these were Namikazes, Terumi, and so on. They didn't even have nothing to do with fighting because they were a merchant clan and they were nomads, basically traveling from one place to another, trading stuff with the other clans in order to get goods and the money that they required for their own survival. Now, amongst the Namikaze clan were Hotaru and Koharu Namikaze, who were going to be parents, as today was the day when their child was going to be born, and it was a beautiful baby boy with blonde hair, tan skin, and blue eyes. Surprisingly enough, he had birthmark on his face, 3 whisker marks like birthmark, and they named him Naruto because, well, that was the first food he leapt upon. Not even his mother's milk, but a Naruto fish cake from ramen that his father was about to eat, and henceforth his name came to be known as Naruto. Now, while growing up, Hotaru and Koharu tried their best to keep their child away from harm's way and also to make sure that he learns about the basics of the clan. But Naruto, well, he was a different breed. He was strong, like hella strong. He would chop up a tree for wood supply with a single axe swing, cleaving the tree off. As not only that, he would hunt down animals with bare hands and even crush their backbone to the point that they couldn't move at the mere age of 10. One thing was for sure that his parents saw, who were amongst the nomads, separate from their clan, and that was that their son was a brute in strength department, meaning that Naruto will be able to survive on his own. Heck, he had even so much strength that he was able to take down a wild boar with a single fist to the skull. and that was something that his father or his grandfather was not able to do. As now we see, it was 13 years later when we see Naruto camping with his parents on a bank of a river. They were near the territories of the Senju and the Uchihas, a perfect spot for a Namikaze to start a trade, as they were going to trade there. But for the time being, they were resting. And as for Naruto, well, let's just say he couldn't rest. So he got out of his tent and ventured on the, well, bank of the river, where he saw that there was a flow downwards, meaning a waterfall, and there stood two kids, who were bickering with one another in the middle of the night. As they saw Naruto and asked, who goes there? I could ask you the same, said Naruto. Answer my question, said another voice. My name is Naruto Namikaze. A Namikaze, huh? Huh. Aren't you quite far away from the clan? We are separate from the clans. We are on our way to explore. Ah, I see. So you're a branch out. Yes, we are a branch out. Well, everyone was certain that Namikaze had a, well, ritual of a sort. If a person wanted to start their own nomad group named Namikaze as well, a branch of them, a couple will branch out and expand their own, well, nomad group, which will be attached to the main one. And that is what the Namikaze clan called out branching out, and hence moving to the whole elemental nation, because they were the top of the line of traders. As now we see, Naruto then asked, who are you then? I have already identified myself. My name is Hashirama, and this is Madara. Which clan do you belong to? You, with the black hair. It's certain that you are from the Uchiha. What do you mean? How can you be so sure? There is literally the symbol on, well, your back. As instantly we see that Hashirama saw this. You were from the Uchiha clan? Don't think that you're quite, well, innocent here. You're from the Senjus, aren't you? As both of them face faulted, as Naruto was now standing in front of them. Now, say what you two are doing here. Aren't you two like, each other's worst enemies? Shouldn't you two be at each other's throat by now? Listen, we are friends, okay? Oh, you're lovers, right? Said Naruto, as instantly the face faulted again. What? No, have you not seen us? I mean, I'm a boy and he's a boy. What's the problem here? I have seen so many in the elemental nations. You'll be crazy to see how freaky people are out there and how normalized this thing is. As now we see Hashirama and Madara then said, no, we're not like that, okay? We have our own preferences, but they are of the opposite gender. Okay, geez, fine, whatever. I was just joking anyways. Worst joke ever. So, what are you two doing here then? As I said, we are friends, and we were just talking and stuff. Talking? Yeah, talking. Okay, well, don't let me bother you. I'll be on my way then. And let's just say after that Naruto returned. And the same thing happened the next night, and the night after that, and the night after that. Until a whole month passed and Naruto and the two, Madara and Hashirama, became somewhat of friends. As now their meetings, instead of Naruto visiting and going back after a few chat and a few dialogue exchange, was just sitting there and chatting with them whole night. As now we see, in one such night they were just resting there and just chilling. As Hashirama then spoke, guys, I think it would be, nice if we all stop this fight amongst each other. This feud, it needs to stop. How many more of us needs to die? And for what reason? You won't believe me. My parents told me and I couldn't believe myself. You want to know how this feud started? Yeah. Over one Ryu, as both of them were shocked as they fell down from their sitting positions. Wait, what? Seriously? One Ryu started all of this fight. I'm just joking with you. No, it's not that. But the story goes as such, as I have read from a merchant who deals in history books. It was a book from the sage himself. It was his sons who would battle out against each other. One was well, the one who you could say was the originator of the Senju clan and the Uzumakis. The other one was the Uchihas. I see. So because of these brothers' feud, we are fighting against each other's. Well, pretty much they just pretty much pitted you guys against each other to do their bidding, and that is what you have been doing for so far. Oh my god, I can't believe this. A brother's feud and our clan's originators. And you mean to say is that from the beginning we have been just fighting each other off? I mean, I kinda agree with Hashirama. It must have started somewhere, not like this. Well, yeah, it's either that or maybe it's one Ryu. Huh, not funny at all. I just wish it was one Ryu, said Hashirama. But I'm gonna be honest with you here, Hashirama. The dream of yours, never let that go. What do you mean, Naruto? That dream? It holds some value. It holds a lot of promising future. Future for the next generations where, think about it, a lot of the next generation will be safe and in peace and protected. They won't have to survive like us and be on eggshells just to make sure that nobody else outside of from the other clan is pissed off and another war breaks out. You know what? That is correct, said Madara. A future like that is something that we can look forward to. That is indeed correct. As after that many years passed, as Naruto and his family, after some time of staying there, departed, and they promised to stay in contact, and they did stay in contact, but after a few years the contact was broken. Now Naruto found himself near the Uzushio Gakure. They were there to trade some ores, which were found near the shore of the Uzushio Gakure. Such metal, God knows why it was beneath that ocean, but it was very rare chakra metal. And let's just say Hotaru and Koharu Namikaze needed that to get exchange from the Iron Country. And that is why they were there. As for Naruto, he was just wandering around until he bumped into someone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Watch where you're going, what are you? Made out of chakra ores or something? That is quite funny actually. But no, I'm not made out of chakra ores or something like that. I am a complete normal, well, shinobi, I guess. No, you're not a shinobi. Well, yeah, you got me there. I'm just a normal man. On about my day. Who might you be? Mito-sama, what are you doing here? Said another girl. Oh, Kana, I'm doing nothing. I just bumped into this gentleman and he was helping me up. Oh, yes, I apologize, my lady. Are you the clan head's daughter? Yes. Is there something wrong? No, not at all. As after that we see a friendship bloomed between the two, as the two 15-year-old were quite close as friends. Naruto was quite oblivious to it, but Mito has developed some sort of crush on him. But that didn't last long when Naruto had to depart, as now we see 3 more years passed as finally Naruto reached at the age of 20, and his powers, which were different but yet the same as chakra, users were continuously growing. He could use his chakra, but it was in the form of lightning. He could turn it into any sort of weapon that could even kill, huge beings like human-sized centipedes and even the saber-tooth lion, which was like a mountain tall. And Naruto has done these feats, but to no one's, belief. Even if he tells them or any of his own parents, they just chuckle and say that his fairy tales are quite impressive for his age. While on the other side, his mother's just worries that he wasn't going to get any bride. But hey, Naruto really was doing these feats, and somebody needs to believe that. And that is when, in the middle of the night, we see Naruto met someone. She had white hair, white eyes, and white skin. At first, Naruto thought it was a ghost and began to pray to Kami above to protect him, but it turns out it wasn't a ghost, and it was indeed a beautiful lady with a pure soul that Naruto has met. Naruto and she continued to meet for, 6 months until she suddenly stopped appearing there, and Naruto had to move. But let's just say when Naruto moved, he found a letter from the same lady addressed, and what she wrote down was quite weird. Beware, Naruto. People from the stars are watching you. and they're not pleased with their powers. These powers are above them, and they want these powers to either seal the way or be theirs. As Naruto couldn't make anything out of it, but he just let it go and was now on his way, all the way back to the Senju and Uchiha compound again. Naruto wanted to stay there before going back to the Namikaze clan, which was on the other side of the elemental nations. They have completed their trip, and now they were going to go back to the clan, and their branching out was a success as well, because their group has grown up from only 3 people to now 18 people. As Naruto, when arrived at the usual meeting spot with his friends, he saw that 2 huge figures were fighting with many others. As Naruto, before the swords could clash, instantly realized who it was and appeared in the center heart. As their eyes widened, the sword wielders, as Naruto grabbed the swords with his bare fist and twisted the katanas until both of the blades broke. As Naruto threw them away. "Are you both insane? Do you want to kill each other?" "Naruto, move out of the way," said Madara. "This must end now." "Yes, Naruto. Unfortunately, this is the only way." "Hashirama, Madara, what in the hell is wrong with you two? What happened while I was away?" A lot of stuff has changed, Naruto. What about the dreams that sentiments have not been the same after you left. And henceforth, I am doing this. So now step out of my way. No. Have it your way then. Katon, fire ball jutsu. Wood release, wooden spike jutsu. As Naruto did something. He cracked his knuckles as his fist tightened. Fist smash! As he smashed his fist to the ground, as the whole earth vibrated and sent them all flying back. And those who were standing on the other sides, they were fallen to the ground because of the discomfort. It was like an earthquake that passed straight through at a high magnitude. As Naruto stood up, "You both are insane, you know. Why are you fighting like this? Weren't you two the ones who initiated the idea that a future generation should not suffer like this? A village should be created?" "A village? What do you mean?" said the clan heads, or more like the previous clan heads, as they were standing there. And so were Izuna and Tobirama. "Yes, what do you speak of, Namikaze?" "I speak of their dream. A village in which the many of the clans will gather, putting aside their hatred and asserting their dominance. They will work together to make a prosperous land not for themselves but for their next generation." "What makes you think our hatred will go away?" said Uchihas. "Yours hatred will not go away, but if you keep this hatred to yourself and not pass it down to the next generation, and so could be said for the other side, then the next generation will be friends, and there will be a lot more peace and camaraderie. And plus you will be strong with unity." As Naruto then said, "Do you want to know why we the Namikazes always stick together and have been such an assert dominance in the field of trading? Because we always respect each other and adopt those who are in need, help those who are in need. And that is what I'm currently doing. Helping out my friends who are in need of a rude awakening." As both Madara and Hashirama got up. "It's been a long time, my friend," said Hashirama with a smirk, and so could be said for Madara. "It indeed has." "Clan leaders, what is your proposition here?" "It is as our friends say," said both Madara and Hashirama in unison. "We are going to create a village. The village hidden in the leaves, Konohagakure no Sato, will be born here." And let's just say, a few years passed, and Naruto bid his family goodbye because his parents wanted to return to the Namikaze clan. And as for Naruto, he vowed to, remain here and open the first, branch for the Namikaze clan as a trading spot. And that was confirmed by the whole, group who agreed upon. Now they need to gather other clans to make them agree to stay in their village. And surprise, surprise, within a course of 6 months they were able to gather a lot of the clans and make them agree. And henceforth the village was being created right before their eyes. As now we see the 3 founding fathers of the village standing there. Madara, Hashirama, and Naruto. You know, Naruto, if it wasn't for you, God knows what might have happened that day. Or better yet, Hashirama, if this dream would have even come to reality or not. You know what? I think you two should have handled this either way. But I guess me being there means that, hey, I'm much more awesome than you two. Ha, dream on, idiot. Plus, we're not kids who would get, well, hot-headed over this. Yeah, whatever you say, Hashirama, Madara. We're serious, said both of them in unison, as Naruto began to chuckle, because they seriously were the same as ever, under that deep fake and all that. And now, 3 years passed, and Naruto was at the age of 24, until we see that the village was completed. But a new problem arose, and that was to find the leader to lead them. Now, the Uchihas and the Senjus were the ones who were demanding this because they were the founding fathers. And Madara and Hashirama didn't want to take the position, leaving Naruto, who also didn't want to take the position, but to avoid fighting, he had to. And that is what he did. While Naruto became the Kage and had to do a lot of paperwork, the others were free, so they focused on the more development, like the Shinobi Academy, in which the next generation of the ninjas of all of all different clans would learn all together. And Naruto and the others, with the help of each other, were able to develop a system in which there will be 3 genins and a sensei who will teach them in the form of teens format. Naruto became the founding father of this idea, and not only that, of the academy and of the villages. As this was going on, many of the other, clans started to do this thing together and formed their own villages. As the first ever council meeting was held, this meeting is in session, as the clan heads were seated there. As now we see, the Hyuga clan head then rose. Hokage-sama. Yes, Hyuga-sama? It has come to our, view that many of the other villages are rising, such as, that has come to our mind is Sunagakure, Amegakure, as well as Kirigakure, and Iwagakure, and Kumugakure. Amegakure, I have went there. It is a village hidden in the rain, and they are developing, but at a slower rate. And my stat says that they might not be able to do anything with that. How can you be so sure? Said Madara. Well, as rude as it may, or cocky as it may sound, but they don't have the resources. Plus, there is only one weather there, and that is rain. Their crops will die out, and many of the people will just leave, meaning lesser manpower. It will not be able to get to this level of Konoha. And as for the other villages, let them. We won't do anything until they would start anything. But we would hold a meeting with the other leaders. What do you say, Madara? Hashirama. Naruto also appointed these two as their advisors. I think it is for the best course of action, Naruto. We should really go there. Yeah, we should. As now we see, the first ever council meeting was held in the land of Iron country, a neutral ground, as it was agreed upon. Now remember, you are all the representative of your villages, respectively, and this is a neutral ground. There will be no threats, there will be no bloodshed, and everything will be resolved in a peaceful manner. I am thankful that you all are here and agreed upon this meeting. Of course, Hokage, we all did, said Raikage. But the question is, why did you call for it? And what was your motive behind it? My motive is that we should form a peace treaty. Already a peace treaty, we didn't even have any war. That is what I'm saying. We don't have any war yet. But what if in the future there might be some conflict and so on? We have to set up some ground rules here, because if we want to be the 5 powers of the whole elemental nation, then it is for the best in our interest to set some ground rules for us. As the daimyo of this land and the clan leader of Iron Country has said, we need to set some ground rules on this neutral zone. We, first of all, I would like to say, will discuss important matters in meetings here. And aside from that, as I said, we need to make some rules, and first of all will be the peace treaty. We will not have any war against each other for the upcoming 10 years. Is that agreeable? Yes, all of them said that is agreeable. Okay, moving on. Said Iwagakure's Kage. I would like to address that. What should we do with the bijus that roam around and trample on the villages? There is no point in talking to them. Some of them are complete vicious monsters. So before you say that, be very mindful, because we have lost a lot of loved ones. To be honest, I don't know. Deal with them however you wish to deal with. But if it was for me, I would have just convinced them to stay away. If that was not possible, then seal them away somewhere safe. Agreed. As the meeting went much more smoother than possible, but the village work did not stop there. Naruto had to continue on to work hard. And not only that, there was something going on with his body as well. It was evolving. It was getting stronger. Stronger to the point that it was hard for him to just sit there and let his strength go uncontrolled. And that is when we see he knew he had to retire after continuous work as a Kage for the past 8 years. Naruto was already 30. So he appointed Tobirama as the next Kage. But before going, he appointed Izuna as the Shadow Kage as well. Now everyone was quite shocked when the Shadow Kage position was announced, until it was revealed that Shadow Kage was basically a general who, aside from Kage, has the complete authority and control over the village, and will be, well, the leader in the battle. And even if push comes to shove, the Kage might have to listen to the Shadow Kage. Basically, they were two entities who could either clash against each other or could work together. Now, why would Naruto put two of the most vicious enemies like this? It was for one reason and one reason alone: to make them work together, to create the perfect source and balance of yin and yang. And now we see the first Hokage who was retired, his face was engraved there, and he was now on his way to meet his family. 2 years later, we see Naruto return at the age of 32. 1 year he spent it with his family, but 1 year nobody knew where he went. He arrived back at Konoha. Everything was peaceful. Everyone welcomed him back with open arms. And that is when he saw that Mito and Hashirama has been married and even had kids of their own. Naruto was happy with them. The other villages were still at peace and everything was going smoothly. The bijus were, well, nowhere to be seen, to be honest. And everything was picture perfect, just how Naruto imagined, until those beings appeared. Those complete white beings like Kaguya. These beings were Otsuzukis, Momoshiki and Ishiki Otsuzukis. Naruto, revealing his full strength because he was the target, battled them. But in the end, he was forced. He was forced by them, forced to give up. It was Ishiki Otsuzuki, who was completely wounded, but he and the other Otsuzukis, while being on the brink of death, did something unimaginable. They held hostage the complete village and ordered him to stay in the circle. Naruto had nothing more better to do but to do so. As Naruto arrived there, he still had one trump card in his hand. They began to use the hand seals to form a sealing process to seal away Naruto. But as the hand seals were completed, Naruto killed all of them, as Naruto began to be sealed in a pendant. Before Momoshiki died though, he cursed Naruto and threw the pendant so far that nobody would be able to find it. Nobody knew where the pendant went. And as for the Otsuzukis, they all turned into ashes. And Naruto was sealed away in front of their own village, Konoha Gakure no Sato. Now many years passed, a lot of things changed, and a lot of wars happened. Mainly the first war and the second war. And after that we see Kushina Uzumaki, wife of Minato Namikaze, was venturing inside the forest and was searching aimlessly for something, but she couldn't find anything. This emptiness in her chest, she couldn't find anything to fill the void in it. She was just searching for something to cling on to aside from Minato. You see, what really happened was with Kushina, that her first miscarriage has happened, and it was because of the QB. Because she was the second Jinchuriki of the QB. And this has happened to Mito-sama before. It was QB's tradition to kill the first 3 children of its Jinchuriki before letting it allow to have any kid, to put some misery on them. And Kushina only lost her 1 child, and she was in this state. As now we see, she bumped and fell down, as her eyes wide awoken from her dreamlike state. What? What am I doing here? And in this time, as the moon was rising and time was getting way too much. It was past midnight, as she looked down to see that it was a pendant. Huh? What is this doing here? As suddenly her blood drop fell down on that, because she was injured when she fell down. As suddenly the pendant activated, and with a sudden glow, a figure appeared there, wearing a white kimono. Where am I? The kimono was tattered from some bits, and the under bandages were even showing. I was pretty sure I was sealed away. As Naruto looked towards Uzumaki. Mito? Is that you? As Kushina instantly realized the name. No, I'm not Mito. Mito-sama passed away. What? How much time has passed? It is XX and X year. As now we see Naruto was shocked. So more than 90 years have passed. I guess it was inevitable. Can you guide me to Konoha Gakure no Sato? Uzumaki-san. Kushina was it, right? Yes, it was Kushina. Can you guide me to, Konoha? Who are you? My name is Naruto. Naruto Namikaze. The first Hokage? Said Kushina with shocked, filled expressions. As now we see, Anbus arrived at the site instantly, and leading them was Minato, the potential 4th Hokage. As now we see, he then instantly said, Kushina, what happened to you? What are you doing here? And who is this? As instantly, one of the Anbus gasped, no way. It can't be. Kai! As instantly all of them begin to yell out this, who has seen Naruto, as the moon shined brightly and light fell upon Naruto. It is pleased to see that the next generation has grown so far. But what happened to their mentality? Have they grown stupid or something? If the Kai doesn't work twice, it means that it is real. You know that, right? It can't be. But you were sealed away, Hokage-sama. Oh, I was just freed, it seems, by that Uzumaki-san over there. So it was true. You were not just a myth. A myth? No, I wasn't. And instantly, some of the Anbus alerted the Hokage, as the current Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, arrived there. Naruto-sama. Ah, Hiruzen! Wow, you have certainly grown up, you little monkey. I'm not so little anymore, Sensei. But how can this be? Well, turns out the pendant was here for more than 90 years. You tell me, what happened? Why does it feel like that this world, it's changed? I know the time has passed, but I thought there will be still peace. How could you tell? I can sense it. The atmosphere. Is the war going on? Who started it? The Uzumakis are destroyed in the second Great Shinobi War. And Sensei sacrificed himself in that war as well. It is the third Great Shinobi War with Iba and Kumo. And what do they want? They want to assert their dominance. After you died, we held a memorial, and the other Kages were also invited. And after that, a fight broke out between the next generation, mainly between Tobirama Sensei and the current Kage of their village. And let's just say, the first war happened then, when Hashirama Sensei died. Mito-sama died because of the old age. And as for Madara, what happened to him? I am alive and well, old man. I am here, old friend. Huh. Wow. You certainly grown into an old boy bag of bones, Madara. That might be true, but still it is me. What are you doing here, Madara? Well, I sensed my friend's chakra, so I came here to meet him. Madara, why is Sarutobi talking to you like this? What happened? Straight to conclusion. You see, well, me and Konoha are not on good terms anymore. Even my clan are not on good terms with me anymore. What happened? How did this happen? Long story short, I was, well, used as a puppet by a being called as Zetsu. It was until a later date when I found out through Kaguya what his true motives were. It was to revive the Otsutsuki clan. But when I came to know about that, it was already too late. Hashirama was not there, Tobirama was not there, and the next generation they rarely knew anything about me. Aside from that, I was known as the Yami no Shinobi. So, I was kicked out of the village and kicked out of the clan. Is this the truth? A council meeting was held. The council ordered it to be. What do you mean council ordered, monkey? Instantly everyone flinched as they saw the power seeping out of their previous Kage. The council is there to support you and aid you in work, not to give you any decisions. This is not a hierarchy or anything. This is a fucking dictatorship. Get your head straight. What has been Tobirama and the others teaching you so far? I apologize, Sensei. I will correct this instantly. No. Lead me to this council instantly. I would like to see how far this village has fallen. As now we see, Naruto arrived there with Madara, as instantly the whole room went into silence. As Naruto then looked towards Koharu, Homura, and Danzo, the one student that he trained personally. Sensei, it's been a long time. It has been indeed, Danzo. Would you mind telling me who in the hell told you that this was a hierarchy? Or are you still hell-bent on being the Kage that I am to this day, Naruto-sama? Then, why the hell did you not take the position? That is something that Tobirama-sama could answer you, but unfortunately he is dead. Because of your methods, I told you that power doesn't mean anything, but you were able to become a hero because of that power, Sensei, with all due respect. It is because of that power that I was sealed away for the fucking 90 years of my life. Can't you see that? Those men came and attacked me because they were wary of my power. Power doesn't solve anything. If anything, it ignites jealousy. And from that jealousy, hatred is born. And that hatred leads to a full-blown attack. And in that attack, bystanders get hurt, Danzo. Keep that close to your heart, even if you have none of it. Yes, Sensei, understood. Good. You are my prize student, and so were the rest of you. But Koharu, Homura, Danzo is someone I understand because of his past. What about you two? We apologize, Sensei. I don't need to listen to your excuses. And as for you, civilians, why are you here? This is a shinobi matter. With all due respect, Hokage-sama of the past, this is the esteemed civilian council that you're talking to. And we have more authority than the Kage over there as well. Says who? As instantly they froze. It is written in the article. Which fucking article? I wrote the law of this village by my own hands. And I as hell as sure remember I didn't even wrote a single fucking article of that sort. Even if it was a rule created by any other Kage after me, my dominance is asserted. Nobody's law can surpass mine. And my law is that you civilians are there just to aid him in civilian matters alone. And that is the extent of your power that you so lick upon. Yes, Hokage-sama. Such disrespect to your previous ancestors. What could you expect from them? They have grown soft to their spine, while a war rages on the other side. That is something I take care of on my own. as Naruto flew into the air as everyone was shocked. While arriving at the battlefield, Naruto saw that the other shinobis were gathered there, and they saw who it was and instantly freaked out. Bring out your Kages, I need to talk to you. I am not here to spill useless blood. And two of the Kages appeared there. It was Oniki and A, the newly instated Kage. My father passed away today, and I am ready to withdraw from this war, Naruto-sama. Naruto-sama. Oniki. Why? You had such potential, and you always bragged about peace in the past. Konoha killed my sensei in the previous war. I had no choice but to go into it. You know that there will be a lot of deaths. These men, their hatred will only brew even further and far beyond for the others, and same could be said for them, for yours, because of your feud, because of your revenge. Didn't your sensei kill any one of theirs for to be killed by them? Yes, Tobirama-sama was killed. There you have it. Blood for blood. That is something that the man, your sensei, discussed. So in the end, his end came that way. What is there to not understand? I apologize. I will instantly withdraw from this war. Listen, Oniki. You have been taught by me for some time. And as your sensei, to be honest, I am impressed by your mentality to protect your people. But know this. Going forward because of our revenge and hothead won't solve anything. Be at ease, at peaceful mind, and then move forward. Your village will go far, far beyond even Konoha can fathom. How can you say that about your village, sensei? Trust me, because of the land that you live upon and the resources there that are hidden, if you look deeply into it, you'll be able to find something that is much more precious than gold. Good luck, Oniki. And as for you, young man, yes, Naruto-sama, A said, like a fangirl standing in front of her idol. You better learn from the mistakes of your father and be a leader that everyone looks upon, even those who consider you their enemy. They talk about you, they grit their teeth and say that their enemy's Kage is better than their own. Yes, I'll keep that to heart. Good. I think that the war here is ended. Yes, a war is at end. And henceforth the third great shinobi war without any further more bloodshed came to an end. And henceforth Minato didn't get to kill the 1,000 shinobis any longer. As now we see, the whole village was introduced to Naruto Namikaze, the first Hokage, and everyone else was shocked. As now we see Naruto looking at Minato, as Minato then asked, Naruto-sama, is something wrong? Say, are you, you kind of resemble, how should I say this, my cousin. Are you his son? I'm sorry to say this, but I don't know. I was an orphan when I was found. What happened to the Namikaze clan? Because of the wars, they were not able to survive and caught in the crossfire. I see. Well, may their souls rest in peace then. It was an unfortunate accident. If I would have been there, this wouldn't have happened. But it is what it is. And I guess that is how the world progresses. So far, only 2 Namikaze remains. And the Uchiha clan is as it is. But what about the Senjus? Unfortunately, because of the war, they too have gone extinct. Only one Senju remains. Tsunade Senju. Tsunade. Who is she? Granddaughter of Hashirama Senju. I see. Where is she then? Nobody knows. Except for me, said a white-haired man. Instantly Naruto grabbed him by the neck. Who are you? Naruto-sama, it is my sensei, said Minato. Oh, so you must be one of those legendary Sanins that, were taught by Monkey. Yes, I'm one of them. And the other one is traitor, and this last one must be Tsunade then. Yes, you have gotten it right. It is Tsunade. So where is she? She is Tanabata town, drinking herself away. What happened to her? As Shira began to tell her tale of how unfortunate she has been. My god, poor little one. I guess I'll go there and talk to her myself. And let's just say when Naruto returned, Tsunade was clinging to his arm and had a huge blush on her face. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this, was the single words of Naruto's mouth, and Madara chuckled. You monster, I can't believe you. Don't you start with me, Madara. Really? I mean, seriously? But then again, you're still 30 and they're practically 30 by now as well, so by age, yeah, you're alright, because you were in a state where you didn't age or anything. You got that right, but still. Man, I can't believe this. That is why I couldn't land a single chick back in the time? Maybe. Maybe not. But still, I guess everything worked out fine, right? Yup, I guess in the end. And soon after that, it was announced that Naruto and Tsunade were going to get married and were going to adopt even Shizune as their daughter. And that is what they did. And after that, time began to pass again, and Minato became the fourth Kage. And Kushina became pregnant again. She wanted to name her son after Naruto as Naruto Jr., and Naruto was more than happy to oblige. And surprise, surprise, when Naruto was born, Naruto was shocked that he was like exact replica of him, even having the same whisker marks. When a DNA test was created because of Minato's confusion, turned out it was actually his son, Minato's son. Turns out the whisker marks were actually kind of scars from being so close to Kyuubi's chakra. But Naruto was surprisingly normal. And plus no masked man attacked because Obito was still safe and sound, because Madara was there after killing Zetsu, meaning no Akatsuki was there. And since Otsuzukis were already dealt with, the world was still setting back up to its feet to where it was in the past, towards peace. And Naruto was gonna make sure that his new family, his child who was going to be born, would live in that, and even his adoptive daughter, a peaceful era. He was gonna make sure as hell now the next generation is in peace, at least. And he's gonna trample those who think that they are above the others. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And aside from that, stay tuned for a short story on my second channel as well. Anyways, this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out for the day. Peace!